So we can send that, we can put that parliament into fire. If it is what is causing us trouble, we will put parliament to fire. So that even the MPs can run away, because that's how theft is being legalized in this country. With a pen, if you go there, all of them are on a suit. They have pens. They have Bible there. They swear in when they want to give those testimonies. And then your money goes. So it has become much easier to steal using a pen, a book, and the Bible than to steal using a gun. When you see a gangster with a gun, that person can steal less money.
Yes.
But someone in a suit, a pen, a Bible, can steal faster and much more money from you. So they are legalizing theft, and that's why this bill, we call it theft bill. It's not a finance bill. It's a theft bill to legalize theft. And that theft, the 17.5 billion we are talking about, is in the current budget being debated now in Parliament. It will pass this week. So even after this, we are going to Parliament and tell Parliament, can you stop this budget and remove that money which has been put there to steal Kenyans' money through a project which we don't need? Huduma number can do everything this can do. The internal organs of Huduma number is the same as UPI. What is different is the name being put. What is so important in UPI as a name that can make the country spend 17.5 billion shillings? And remember, even KRA, they are changing from Kenya Revenue Service spending another 7 billion shillings to just change a name. The name change in Kenya has become a cancer in this country. Kenya Police Force moved to Kenya Police Service. Are you getting service or you are getting force? Kenya Revenue Authority is moving to Kenya Revenue Service. Will it be a service or it will be authority? Huduma number is a Kenyan-grown solution which Kenyan researchers researched and got a solution. Why are we taking this work abroad while our people are suffering here? We elected Parliament so that they can stop this theft that is taking place. If they cannot stop it, we can do what happened in Burkina Faso. In Burkina Faso, members of the public got annoyed with Parliament for passing things which are illegal. So the most illegal institution is Parliament by legalizing illegal things. So we can send that, we can put that Parliament into fire. If it is what is causing us trouble, we will put Parliament to fire. So that even the MPs can run away, because that's how theft is being legalized in this country. With a pen, if you go there, all of them are on a suit. They have pens. They have Bible there. They swear in when they want to give those testimonies. And then your money goes. So Kenyans, your biggest currency is what? Your biggest currency is your vote. Yes. And vote out those MPs who will accept that you lose 11.2 billion shillings in a needless, unwanted, uncalled for project which already exists in the country. Huduma number had invested 6.5 billion shillings. It had registered over 30 million Kenyans. It employs over 1,000 Kenyans. And what is happening is that the servers for Huduma number were done and are implemented in Kenya. The printers were in Kenya. The card that was coming from Malba company from Germany was coming with 20 security features that was being brought to Kenya. Is when it is printed and additional features from the Ministry of Interior is inserted to ensure that the card is secure. This card meets the requirements of ISO. It's also ICAO, making this card the most secure card in the world. Now, what is happening at the moment is that Kenya Kwanza government wants us to abandon the Huduma number project and then move us to another project called UPI, which is going to be implemented in Pakistan, server sitting in Pakistan, printing happening in Pakistan, employing Pakistanis, not employing Kenyans. And the question now is, why is the priority at this time? The economic survey shows that unemployment rate in Kenya has gone up. It shows poverty levels have gone up. It shows inflation has gone up. The government priority should be to employ Kenyans, not to employ Pakistanis. Did Pakistanis vote for Kenya Kwanza government, or Kenyans voted for Kenya Kwanza government? The other priority is this way. What is the security of our data? At this time when there's a lot of digital disruption, data is king. Data is the new gold. How can the data for your birth, data for your education, for your insurance, for your banking, for your health, sit in Pakistan, and yet we have servers that can do the same things here in Kenya? So that's why today we have moved to court and filed a petition. This petition has been filed in court. We are waiting for the judge to give orders. So let me read the 7 orders we are seeking, because in court, you don't do a fishing expedition. You have to have a prayer. So the first prayer, we are asking the judge to declare this UPI project unconstitutional because it violates the Constitution of Kenya on prudent use of resources. Yes. That you cannot invest in a certain project and yet another project is running which is efficient, is doing exactly the same. Huduma namba can do even better than UPI what it can do. So UPI project is exact replica of Huduma namba, only it is given another name. And this name is expensive. All of you have names. I'm called Fred Ogola. That name was free. Huduma namba being renamed to UPI is the most expensive name I've ever seen, worth 11.2 billion Kenya shillings. How much is your name? Mine is free. UPI is at a cost of 11.2 billion. Now, at Operation Dogatuzi, we have done months by realizing that if you add the UPI project and Huduma namba project, we are making the government invest 17.5 billion shillings only on identification, risking our data. So the first order, we're asking the court to declare this unconstitutional. The second order we're asking the court is to make a decision which is reversible to stop Kenya Kwanza government from taking our data to Pakistan because it brings data breach, there's data sovereignty law. It also risks the country in terms of security. NADRA, which is the project company in Pakistan, is not a private company. It's a national government-owned company. If another nation owns another nation's data, is Kenya going to remain sovereign after another sovereign nation is holding our data? Yes. So we want the court to stop that. Another thing we want the court to stop is the court should stop the Minister of Interior and ICT from making our staff unemployed. The court should declare that all the Huduma namba staff that are working in the country cannot lose their jobs just because of the government making decisions, which is selfish and making people lose their jobs. Another order we are seeking here is that the unique personal identifier is declared null and void. Also, we want them to order that you abandon this project altogether, but also we want the court to issue any other order that the judge feels in their own wisdom that can stall this haste, this theft, which is being stolen from us in daylight. And I can say, it has become much easier to steal using a pen, a book, and the Bible.